What is going on, everybody? Ivan here, and today we're going to cover one of the most powerful funnel building solutions, ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is the market leader when it comes to this stuff, and it can be a big game changer when it comes to you guys' marketing efforts. Thus, today we're going to be going step by step of how to create a lead generation opt-in page to make sure that more leads come into your guys' platform. The main thing here to look out for is figuring out of how can we provide value, but at the same time increasing our sales. Once we get that down, everything else should be as smooth as butter. So let's get right into it. Now, since this is a step-by-step tutorial, a link down below in the description is going to be attached for a 2-week trial of the platform. So if you guys do want to follow along with everything I'm doing, go through that and let's get started. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and enter the email that we want to use for our account. Then press the start free trial button right over here. And from there, it should take you to this screen. So go ahead and enter your first and last name, contact information, stuff like that. Boom, now let's go ahead and start our trial. Awesome, now from here, ClickFunnels is actually helping us along the way of creating our very first opt-in funnel. Now let's figure out what the whole point of this whole thing is. The main objective here is for the end user to receive so much value from what you're offering, or actually wanting to receive so much value from it, is that they're actually enticed and motivated enough to input their email and contact information. Because think about it, so many places online are asking for it, so you don't want to put it anywhere. You only want to put it into a place where you're actually going to get something from. So it's kind of a give and take situation. So right over here, to get us started, click on the opt-in button, and that way is going to give you a bare bones structure of your guys' first opt-in funnel. Let's go ahead and press next. Right over here, we can go ahead and select the color and the style of it, as well as the images or even some stock photos that we can include. We can go ahead and generate different pieces of text that we want to have inside of our funnel, or we can go ahead and kind of write further details exactly what we want and what we offer. And again, when it comes to this kind of stuff, text can be in different tones, such as neutral, playful, or even quirky. So in this case, what we offer are services for more leads. And this can be a lot of things, like a playbook or even a cold email template. Again, this is just an example and as a way for ClickFunnels to kind of assist you along the way. And once we've covered this step, let's go ahead and press create as we're ready to go. And now ClickFunnels is actually doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us and helping us along with our first funnel. Now, while we wait here, something that's really important is for you guys to really figure out what value can we provide to our users. The reason behind it is that no one's really going to fill out that form unless they're going to get something for it. Let's think about it. How many places on the internet are asking for your information every single day, right? And no one really wants to get spam. So we need to really figure out what can we provide, right? It can be a PDF, it can be a link, it can be a file, but what can we provide for our users so they're actually motivated enough to input their information? And boom, check it out. As we're waiting, our funnel has actually been created. So let's go ahead and see how it looks like inside of our account. Boom. So let's go ahead and go to my workspace. And check it out. Our funnel has actually already been pre-installed for us. Again, we can go ahead and customize it, but let me show you how to create one from scratch. So let's go ahead and close this out. And if we want to create it from scratch, all we got to do is just press the create funnel right over here. And once we're here, we have two different options. We can either create a funnel from a recipe, so pretty much a template of something that has worked before, or we can create one from scratch. I would check out these templates because they can save you guys a tremendous amount of time. But for example purposes, let's go ahead and create one from scratch. Let's go ahead and press this button right over here. And let's go and create our new funnel. Alrighty, now once we're here, the way I would think about a funnel, if you have never worked one before, is literally a journey for your user. So think about it. The funnel starts very wide at the top, right? A lot of people are going to notice it, but as we go down the steps, it's going to thin out greatly. That's kind of how it's going to look like here, right? There's going to be that first initial step that everybody's going to see. And from there on, there's going to be different steps that only people who go through the whole thing are going to see. So in this example, this very first step that we're about to create, that's going to be the thing that everybody sees. And as we go down the funnel, that's only going to be seen by people that go through the whole thing. And this is going to be really handy because we can see exactly at which step did a person fall off of. So let's go ahead and press the plus button right over here and create a new page. Now the goal of this video is to show you guys how to create an opt-in lead generation page. So let's go ahead and choose the opt-in option here. And let's select one of the templates. I like the Orange Company homepage. We can write a description, a new name for it. We can write a description for it, new name, or even modify the page URL. Let's go ahead and create it. Alrighty, now that is gonna be what everybody sees. Now our goal with this page is to provide so much value so whenever someone actually goes through the whole thing, they're going to be enticed to input their contact information. And the way that we modify it is by pressing edit. And from here on, we can actually edit the text of the content that's going to be on this page. And again, I'm not going to go through the whole page builder, but there's a ton of different features to make sure that this is customized to you guys' liking. There's different things that we can take a look at, like layout settings or even different sections. But the whole point I'm trying to make here is that this whole thing is very kind of drag and drop. You guys will not need to know any code, and it's very simple to use. The quote that I like to live by is, once you've used one funnel builder, you can kind of use all of them. Again, you guys can modify your style guide right over here when it comes to fonts, color, shadow, stuff like that, to make sure you have that universal feel throughout the entire funnel. And note, very important, you can do that for both the desktop and the mobile versions. So as you guys are here, I would really think about what kind of content can I input on this page so we have enough value for the person to actually input their contact information. And as we scroll down, there should be a bunch of CTAs or buttons that a person can actually press to input their information. So in this case, once a person presses on this button, a pop-up is going to come up where a user can go ahead and input their information. Again, this is up to you guys. You can even have a form embedded in your guys' landing page right over here. It's kind of up to you guys' preference. But the way we modify that pop-up form is if we go right over here and press show pop-up form, similar to the landing page builder, we can modify this greatly. Again, this can be different section, text boxes, stuff like that. Now you may be asking yourself, hey, what happens when they actually fill it out? So that's when we go to the second part of the funnel. Now, depending on various scenarios, you guys can have it whatever you guys want it to be. But to keep it simple, let's just make it a thank you page. So let's go ahead and press the plus button right over here, add a page, press thank you. And let's go ahead and choose the template right over here. Awesome. Now our thank you page has been created. So if we actually go to the edit section right over here, we can modify this however you'd like, but what I'd personally suggest is having that URL or file that you can actually download from here. It can almost act like a reward for someone actually giving you their personal information. In addition to that, you guys can actually also make a workflow. So whenever someone actually goes to the form, a certain email can be sent out to the prospect. And if we want to create that workflow, all we got to do is press this lightning bolt here, press new workflow. Name is going to be tests. And in this case, for example, let's say appointment is scheduled. So press create workflow and look, check it out. So whenever someone fills out a form, we can send them an email, send them a digital asset, whatever you guys want it to be. There's a ton of different options here when it comes to workflows to make sure we deliver that personalized experience to you guys as a customer. Again, I would play around with this with conditional rules and different split testing to figure out what is going to be the best outcome for us, right? Because if you just run one thing, you don't really know what's working and what is not. Now to do that, all we got to do is on this initial landing page, just press the three buttons right over here, split test this page, and I'll just go ahead and duplicate this existing page. Again, if you'd like, you can create a brand new one. And right over here, you can have a split test. And from there on, you can actually assign what percentage of folks are going to come to a specific page. Now, at the end of the day, if we want to figure out what's working, what's not, go to the analytics tab right over here, but you can literally see all the page views and amount of opt-ins that we're receiving. So once we figure out which one is working best, I would just go ahead and delete the other one. And look, as you guys as users are going through your guys' funnel, there may be different case scenarios that the user is actually stumbling upon. Think of it as like an if statement. For example, if a user is interested in product A, then they're going to see a set amount of pages. However, if they're interested in product B, they're going to be completely different pages that they're seeing. For that, you can set conditional rules, but that's a topic for a whole different video. But from here, let's go ahead and see this thing in action to really see how it works. So the best way to do so is press on the settings button right over here, and let's first go ahead and take it out of the test mode. So let's go ahead and update our funnel, and let's preview it. So this is the actual page that the users are going to see. So get started today. That's our contact information. Let's press submit. Awesome. And as you guys see, this is the thank you page we were talking about. Now you might be asking yourself, hey Yvonne, where does this information really go? Now to access that specific information to figure out where that user is going, we can go ahead and go to the contact option right over here. And we see this specific user that just went through this funnel. And again, from here on, we can send them any kind of marketing materials and really track every step of this customer's progress. And if you guys want to see more descriptive analytics when it comes to each specific funnel, what I'd personally do is just go to the analytics tab right over here. And you can see very descriptive settings in a certain period of time whenever it comes to earnings per click, upfront sales, recurring sales, stuff like that. That way we can really double down on what is working and throw away what is not. And there you guys have it. That was a high level overview of how to create your guys' lead generation opt-in page in ClickFunnels. This is an absolute game changer when it comes to growing your guys' contact list and further nurturing of your guys' clientele. With this tool, we're able to track the entire buyer's journey and really optimize the step on which the user falls off. On this channel, we make videos on various tools and platforms that'll help you start and grow your guys' business. If you guys want to check out ClickFunnels for yourself, there's going to be an exclusive link down in the description for a 14-day free trial of the platform. Make sure to go through that link as it tremendously helps support the channel. And if you got some value out of this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Till next time, peace.